Today on the channel, like a young Bob Dylan in that fateful summer of 1965, we go electric with the Spider-Man No Way Home Marvel Legends Electro.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today we're back at it with another Spider-Man character, this time for Spider-Man No Way Home and Electro. But for all your Electro needs and a whole lot more, hit up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Gotta get a deal out there. You guys know how that goes. And we got Electro here today. Now, this one is an interesting one, as I actually did pick this up from Amazon for $20. That felt a lot better because I first saw this at Target for $39.99. I said, that's highway robbery. I put it back really quick. I was like, this can't be the right price. And I think it was supposed to be $33.99, but for whatever reason, all my Targets were $39.99. Didn't sell any at all, and rightfully so. Now, $24.99 feels pretty good for this one. It is a bit of a deluxe figure, kinda, but man, $20, I can get around that one there. Not the best figure here, and the big elephant in the room with this one is it is supposed to be Jamie Foxx, but it looks like they couldn't get the license to Jamie Foxx, so they made it as close as they could without him. The head sculpt, dangerously close, but covered by some of the electricity. Pretty smart move by the Hasbro team, I guess, to get around that a little bit there. But let's dive into this, and of course, we're going to dive in the way we always dive in. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, there's old Electro, Marvel's Electro, not to be confused with anybody else's. Spider-Man No Way Home, Marvel Legends, of course, at the very top, big window box if you need it. Don't ask Jamie Foxx to sign it, he'll be like, who is this? But looking interesting, Marvel Legends on the side, Marvel Legends glamour shot on the side, then on the back, a little bit of a blurb, a lot of jibber jabber down low. See what it says here. Brought in from another universe with Doctor Strange's spell, Max Dillon comes back stronger than ever as the electricity manipulating villain. Of course, not quite my Electro. Once again, I go back to the classic Electro, but just kind of depends where you come into the old Electro game. See you later, goodbye. Little plastic prison. I see it's supposed to be a deluxe figure, but is this little electricity enough pizzazz to make it really a deluxe figure? To me, not really. This feels like it should be just a regular figure. You know, every once in a while we get a regular figure that has a little bit more pizzazz than another figure. That's what this one should be. So $24.99 feels a little better for me on this one. But hey, I'm not snoozing at $20, that's for sure. But let's dive into this one here. Start with the hands, 2 fists of fury out of the package, ready to throw down at a moment's notice. Then we do get the splayed out hands. You got the gloved hands here with the fingertips out the top. Looking good is what it is. Now we do get the electricity hands, and I guess you weave these through his arms, I guess. Not exactly sure what you're supposed to do with these here, but just look like 2 electricity lightning strikes almost, or whatever. But you could use these with other things. You want to put these with your Mythic Legions. You want to put them with your Transformers. Choose your own adventure, but you do got some plastic electricity lightning effects ready to go. But now we're diving into Electro himself, and really looks like just kind of like a guy working somewhere with a little bit of craziness on his face. And I guess that's where we'll start with the face. I like what they did. They gave you a little electricity mask, kind of. Electro always wore that mask that kind of looked like electricity. It's like he has that mask without it being a mask, just being electricity there. Obviously supposed to be Jamie Foxx, but nobody will know he's behind a mask. Who's behind that? Who is that masked man? Got the goatee going on, got the 2 ears, got the short haircut there, got the white eyes. But I do like the homage Todd McFarlane of the mask on there. It does look okay. Now he does got the piping throughout his body, all the white wires, yellow wires here, and then you got the black top, which really only means one thing. Yes, who knew? Huge Striper fan. Electro listened to Striper. He's got his earbuds in, just rocking out with Michael Sweet and the boys while he's doing his dastardly things, I think is the way it goes. But you got all kinds of wires and pipes throughout on here. You got a little bit of reflectors going on, holding it all down. Seems like a lot of work to put this get up on. And of course, goes down to the pants and the legs. Got the khakis going on. He's got some knee pads. He's got some working man's boots down here, looking good in the brown. But besides that, just kind of feels like a regular guy. And you could almost pop this head off, put a different head on, and just say it's just a regular guy working on a computer lab or something like that. He's got a little belt action there in silver. Just not a lot of pizzazz with this one, especially for a deluxe figure. I can't imagine paying $40 for this. Just absolute highway robbery. You get to that tipping point where it's just not possibly worth it. To me, $24.99 traditional Marvel Legend price for this works a whole lot better than $39.99. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. And I think the proof is in the pudding, as Todd McFarlane always says. And you're always dipping your toes in that. Todd's like a monkey. He dips his toes. He uses that big toe almost like a spoon. And then he puts it in his mouth, eats his pudding that way, your Jell-O. It's a wild time over there. But the proof is in the pudding. This bad boy's not selling at $33.99, especially not at $39.99. So what's Amazon do? They drop it down to $20. And that's the way it's going to go. You got to understand these things, I guess, when you're marketing them for sure. Now, articulation on here, we do get the head up, down, back, forth, side to side. A lot better head movement than I anticipated with this one here. Now, arm does go up, but you can't get all the way around because of the wiring there. So that is a little bit strange. I don't know if it's strange, but it's hard to get around that wiring, of course. Bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. I do like those hits. Hands back and forth, side to side, of course. Hula hoop at the top, plus traditional waist. You do got a little bit of splits right there with the piping moving with it a little bit. Leg goes up for the big boot, thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, and then you get the ankle back, forth, side to side, up and down. No boot cut of any kind. Nope. No boot cut with him here. It does look like these do come off though. So when you're doing a little bit of that movement at the waist, some of the wiring will come out. I'm not sure. No. Just looks like the waist ones here are the ones that will pop out. And it's really going to happen if you use the articulation there. Those are going to pop out right there. I get that too, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm sold on the webbing, or the piping, but I guess you have to have it if you want to be movie accurate. If you don't have it, people are going to say, why don't you have that? To each their own, I guess. Now, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%? Well, what do you know? He fits right on in there. And now, this is going to be interesting. How hard are these to put in? And I don't know if there's no real instructions, so I guess you just kind of lay them over him. You just kind of have him going like that. I don't know. Not the coolest effects ever. I would have liked to see something more that's like, I don't know. Something more than this is what I would have liked to seen, but it is what it is. Just slide that on the arm, I guess. So there it is, Electro. Don't call him Jamie Foxx. And like I said, Amazon, $20. Pretty tough to beat at this point if you want this figure. And even cheaper than I imagined it would be. So that's a good day at the office, a good day for our pocketbook, of course. Over there at Amazon for this, but everything else, DJC Collectibles, you know the drill by now. But what's your thoughts on this Electro? Pick up, pass, long game, no game, not worth it game? Let me know. Let me know if your target's still at $39.99. Most of mine dropped to $33.99, but some still are at $39.99. Actually wild if you ask me on that one there. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Always helps when you give it the old thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Check out my brand new podcast every single Tuesday. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. A lot going on every single day, or every single Tuesday over there on The Kyle Peterson Show. And even earlier for Patreon and YouTube channel members if you want it a little bit earlier than everybody else. And you can support the channel that way. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok. Of course, The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com if you need to email me. And then, of course, don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers. Available, of course, from Amazon, of course, from Barnes & Noble, or autographed copies from me if that is your thing. So for another double dose, or single dose this time, I guess, of Electro, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?